2016, we did another extraordinary show that I'm immensely proud of, a musical based on the life of Josephine Baker called simply Josephine. The opening number of the show is called Too Hot. And interestingly, it was the finale. And in previews, we made it the opening number, which is set in the Folies Bergère. And you can see the frame, beautifully designed by Paul Depew. The whole show is framed by the Folies Bergère. And it's a big opening number where all of the iconography about Josephine Baker is, the performance iconography is there. The famous banana dress that she created, the showgirls and showboys all around her doing a number that's quite provocative and sensual and captures a kind of cutting edge vibe that she had and that the French went crazy for. So, and that number kind of sets up her spectacular success as a performer. And then we watch in the show how she actually got there. She was born at the beginning of the 20th century in grinding poverty in St. Louis, Missouri, and married at a very, very young age as a teenager, but had an instinct for performance, which her mother hated, and got herself into a couple of Broadway shows. Shuffle Along was one of them. But she really just hated the experience of racism in America, of course, and seized the opportunity to go to Paris, and she became an emblem of the jazz age. Everyone was obsessed with her. Picasso painted her, everybody. I mean, she really represented a new kind of cultural fusion. And during World War II, she became a member of the French Resistance and became a very effective member. I mean, messages written on her music in invisible ink. She would smuggle stuff in her underwear so people, didn't search her. And she, after the war, de Gaulle absolutely loved her, and she was honored with the Legion of Honor. And at the March on Washington, she talked about how she's been to palaces and met with kings and princes, but only in America can a hotel refuse to serve her a cup of coffee. So always had this contentious relationship with America, and she gave up her citizenship and became French. Our musical focuses only on the 4 years in Paris when the Nazis have occupied Paris. There are flashbacks to tell the story of her life and how she grew up as a kid and everything that led her to be in this moment. But the 4 years of the Nazi occupation of Paris is the frame of the story. The end of Act One is the moment where the Nazis arrive in Paris and close down the Folies Bergère and seize Josephine's house. And in the course of that, of the show, we see her have a number of relationships, including with the Crown Prince of Sweden, which causes all kinds of complications, as you could imagine. But the princess said, look, we can never marry. I want to have an affair with you. I want to be involved with you, but I can't be seen publicly with you. And it brings out all of her insecurities, all of the things that she left in the United States, all of the things that make her feel less than because she's Black and because she's a woman.
I've hit the skids before and held on to the wheel. I may not be a kid anymore.
Fräulein, your identity papers?
I am Josephine Baker. If you need proof, buy a ticket to the Folies Bergère.
None of this would have been possible if we didn't have the right star, the right woman to play the part of Josephine. And we had an extraordinary person to do it, Deborah Cox, who has been nominated for Grammys, and she's a multi-platinum award-winning pop artist, and she made her Broadway debut as Aida, Elton John and Tim Rice's Aida. She was a wonderful person to have on board and just gave her all to this. Sounded, looked, acted amazingly, galvanized the entire production. So please enjoy her now, Deborah Cox as Josephine.
You're right. I am being difficult. I'll just stay here and wait for you to come home.
That's my princess.
Shall I do the laundry while I'm waiting?
Josephine!
You don't worry your little head about me, Massa. I'll just walk right around the back door and get me to wash.
If I am unable to express my love for you in public, I'm at a loss as to how to correct it.
Don't use your crown to hide the fact that I'm just your whore.
This discussion is at an end. We will take our leave now.
Take our leave? Take our leave? What's that royal for?
Woo, Crown Prince throws Cullen Hussey out the back door.
I didn't get thrown out no door. I walked. Hey, you with the crown. You ain't no different from any other man. You just got a better costume. Ain't gonna live in no boxcar. I'm gonna be where them fancy folks are, singing and dancing in mansions like museums, living it up. I copy every diem. I walk around like a goddess, trivial naked, my dolly headdress, ruling the roost in my highbrow, high rent, high class address. I'm the single name they write across the Foley's marquee.